It's one of those days on this Tuesday that we could take the magic Sharpie and mark through James's name and put Leanne there. Leanne, by our meteorologist, co-host on the pod here today.
Yep.
James had a late night, the Styx concert at Syracuse. So you're here with us, and welcome. You ever co-hosted a pod?
No, I mean, I did it. So this is all new to WROC.
Yes.
So I've done Eric's podcast once.
Oh, the one at night.
The one at night, yes. But other than that, no.
And that's just all weather.
All weather.
For a long time.
Yep.
Yes. Well, listen, that is the story today because yesterday we were talking, just sitting around, and I get all the app notifications from the News 8 app for weather and for news. And then my watch went off, vibrated. I looked down and I was like, what are there, rain showers or something? Because that's all that's been. And it said, no, it was the air quality alert. And that's what we were talking about just with the skies. And yesterday in the afternoon, especially towards the lake where it was at that point, you could smell it.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
kind of up that area. Did you smell it too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Campfire. And how are we this morning?
We're still, I didn't smell it this morning when I walked out. I don't know if that was the same for you.
No, saw a bit, but there was also some fog we had this morning too. Condensation on the cars, no rain, but it was just because
it was so hot and humid. It was just an awful morning, to be quite honest. And at least we didn't have the rain, but overall, this is kind of how it's been. We've kind of got a haze to the sky, but we still have that sunshine shining through. You can see we still have some blue hues you can see from our News 8 rooftop, but overall, still have that haze, and that's really how it's going to be for the rest of today. So we're going to continue to watch as we see maybe some more, we could say higher AQI levels. Right now we're sitting at about 74, which is the moderate category. We could see maybe getting back up into the unhealthy for sensitive groups level, but overall right now still in the moderate. It is forecasted to get maybe a little bit higher throughout the afternoon hours, but right now temperature 72 here in Rochester, 76 in Buffalo, 77 in Syracuse. A big jump there from the morning. It's just been kind of a sticky, not great morning, and temperatures are expected to climb up into the 80s. I mean, it's going to be a hot, humid, and hazy day. The 3 H's, that's all we've been saying all morning.
Do you like that weather?
No. I mean, do you?
No, not when it did enough growing up in Mississippi. And it was, from Sunday when we got the storms and then it went away and it was just, you walked outside and you were just wearing just a water-filled blanket because it was so humid right after that. It knocks the temps down a bit, but the humidity goes way up. And then yesterday, it was just, I had the girls and I was like, do we go outside to a park or something? And we ended up just going to the grocery store. Inside, cool, nice activity, because the girls were like, Dad, it smells like campfire out here. I said, I know.
Oh, yeah. I think this is the first time this summer that it smelled like a campfire when we've had these air quality alerts, but nothing compared to what we had like 2 summers ago in 2023.
When it was orange and looked like Halloween. And nothing like what our neighbors down in the tri-state area, New York City, New Jersey, got last night. You just see all this video from the subways and everywhere. So this was a storm system like within an hour. It just dumped buckets and buckets of rain. You see cars about halfway flooded, a state of emergency declared for some areas. Again, the subway service back online today in New York City, but it was suspended for obvious reasons there yesterday as everything overflowed with the drains and the system just not able to keep up. And we say, if you're ever in that situation, just get out of the subway system.
Turn around, don't drown.
I know. You're from that area. Do you have people asking?
I am. Yes, I had a bunch of friends texting me. It was just a very slow moving storm. And when you have stuff like that, it can just dump rain on you just continuously. So they were talking about the remnants of Hurricane Ida, which hit back in 2022. They were talking about the comparison of how much rain they saw then versus now. It was very, very similar. But yeah, I had friends who were stuck at work, had to go stay in hotels just right down the road to not drive home in this. But I think the craziest part of this all was probably the subway and seeing people inside a subway car, like seeing the water flood in.
Yeah, it was scary. And this guy's caption on his video says, "Getting worse." Yes, but yeah, it was quick, moved out and gone. We've still got more to talk about because you just did a story talking about our Finger Lakes and concerns about algae and algal blooms. We're going to have that coming up here in just a bit. A whole lot more on Second Cup of Sunrise. Okay, next story is in your wheelhouse, not just because it's weather, climate, what's going on in the Finger Lakes, also because you did this story yesterday.
I did.
So this is always comes up at one point in the summer. It's just when, how bad it might be, how clear things might be, and you specifically wanted to look at algal blooms for Canandaigua Lake.
Yes.
How'd the story come up?
So I actually just, from being here the last almost 2 years now, which is crazy to even think about, harmful algal blooms has always been something that people have been talking about. It's a great point of conversation during the summertime. I have a lot of friends actually up here who I've made who have summer houses or just go and spend time on Canandaigua Lake. So in my mind, I hadn't heard a lot. I hadn't seen any reported. So I figured I'd reach out and see how the situation was developing on Canandaigua Lake. Right now, no harmful algal blooms out there. Usually we start to see them at the end of July, which is always a good thing. So beginning of summer usually is pretty clear, but I was talking with Emily, who is part of the Canandaigua Lake Watershed Association, and it really is interesting how much weather is a huge factor in the development as well as where they can develop as well. So
yeah, let's play part of that interview now in 1 second.
The wind really moves them around because they are so small and they're, coming up to the surface. It's not necessarily say where the most nutrients are. Somebody, people might think, oh, that must mean that's where all the nutrients are. That's where the haves are. But it isn't just that. The wind definitely plays a big role in it.
I didn't know that.
I know.
I mean, obvious thing you could think because it's right there on the water, but you figure it's just stuck in that section.
Yeah.
And it would just be there. But they say Canandaigua was okay now. I know
Right
we've had
now,
some
yeah.
minor things. Hilton at one of the beach parks had a couple sections of the beach that was closed for a little bit. But it's just some areas we saw a couple spots pop up earlier. Part of that was we've had so much rain to start the summer. And also it's just been warm too. And the issue is you just have to worry about legit if people are walking their dogs. It's beautiful to be out around the lakes, going down, licking the water, drinking the water, or people going out in it, people trying to swim or fish too close to it.
Yeah. I mean, it's something that, again, has been a point of conversation for, it seems like quite some time now, but the wind thing definitely piqued my interest. It was something that I learned recently about that as well when Emily was telling it to me during our interview. But just the amount of rainfall we've seen, the warmer temperatures, air temperatures, and water temperatures, believe it or not. So while Canandaigua Lake is okay for now, it's not the same for all the other Finger Lakes. I know Canisius has a few spots on there that are a little bit worrisome. And then the lakes out west, believe it or not, have already started with some algal blooms earlier in the season.
Further out, and it just kind of makes its way toward the east. We'll be watching that. If anything comes up, any lake speeches, we always have that at rochesterfirst.com. From the lakes to the canal, it is a long, long ride for a lot of people this week. So hundreds of cyclists, they've been biking their way from west to east. This is the 27th annual Cycle the Erie Canal Bike Tour. And this year is extra special, of course, because we've got the big birthday for the canal. Monday alone, there were about 600 riders from 8 to 84 years old, pedaling some 65 miles from Medina to Fairport, and this is all in celebration of this year doing it with the canal's bicentennial. But they do it every year. This tour is put on through the Parks and Trails New York department, and it stretches 400 miles from Buffalo to Albany is where they will end up on this path. And they'll be there in the capital region by Sunday. Today, they are going to Syracuse. So they rested up at Seneca Falls, and they're doing all that. And our What's Up Rock question from our Sunrise show this morning, we asked people what's the best way to enjoy the canal. So on the water. So boats, Colonial Bell, cruise tours in Fairport. If you're passing by the Genesee River, kayaking, whatever you want it to be. You grew up water sport activities, kind of your thing, right? Yeah. Anything and everything? Anything
and everything. I mean, grew up paddleboarding, kayaking, paddle boating even, and a little bit of sailing too, believe it or not. Sailing wasn't my thing. It was a year, and then I was like, I capsized once, and that was it.
No, that's the end. I said, I don't think I've ever been in the canal here since we moved here, whether it's kayaking or going on a cruise jet. It's on the list, but I have done a lot of runs. Go out, you can take bikes, hang out, and fish. So that was my choice, and that was kind of the split. It was like 2-1, the results of our poll there, which sounds about right. Not everyone's got the boat, not everyone's got the kayak, but there are a lot of options for renting it and getting out. And speaking of, we'll get to a bit more of our weather here. We addressed some of the air quality concerns, and we know it'll be a little warm. What about the next couple of days?
Yeah, so right now, warm out there currently. It's about 72 degrees. It was warm this morning. We were all talking about it during sunrise, but that's really how it's going to be for today. Radar and satellite, again, has been clear throughout the rest of today and throughout the morning hours, so just keep in mind the air quality throughout the next several hours, but otherwise, it's going to be pretty good out there. Temperatures are expected to get up into the upper 80s, but let's talk about the next few days ahead, because there's definitely some changes on the horizon. So we're going to continue to watch maybe some higher temperatures for today. It's not even going to be the end of even some warmer temperatures, but we're going to continue to watch that. Excuse me, computer's giving me a little bit of technical difficulties.
That happens. We've been working on that, of where we are in our podcast bunker here.
Exactly. So for tomorrow, we're going to start to see those clouds move back into the area. Right around the afternoon hours, we'll have a warm front push through, and you'll see that Rochester's temperature does drop momentarily, but then quickly rises back up into the 80s. So kind of like what we experienced over the weekend when we had that shower pass through here. We got cooler for a little bit, but then right back up, very muggy, very warm out there. So that's kind of what we're going to expect for Wednesday and into Thursday. And then much of the same for Thursday. We're going to have a passing cold front that could bring some isolated and scattered storms, and then right back down into the cooler air for there. Muggy cast, yeah.
I love this. The emojis, yes. It's awesome.
I mean, how, like... It just, I feel like it's very relatable, because emojis are, they're relatable.
We don't have the worst of the worst, but this is cool because it's how we all communicate. If you're texting somebody and maybe like do you want to go golf today or go to the park? And you might just be like, yeah.
That's
feeling
it. Like
it.
yeah.
I had a friend who in this business used to puddle duckies. And like some of the advisors and consultants were like too big on it, but we were like, listen, it's fun, gets people talking about it. It's cool. Yeah.
I feel like it's a way for people to like kind of connect to the weather forecast because you know we all use emojis. I mean, I use emojis a lot. I don't know if I always urge my parents to.
Yeah.
But
hope everyone in Dansville and Geneseo, Ithaca, all of it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, all the sad faces and everything. But something else we're going to continue to talk about is the air quality. Forecasted to get up into the unhealthy for sensitive groups today. It seems like that's where it is going to peak. So good news is with that rain expected to make its way into the area, it seems like it'll lessen some of the haze. But average high this time of year, 83 degrees. Heat index tomorrow is going to be definitely the warmest. Today is not going to be great as either. And then Thursday, still warm, but not quite as warm. And then it seems like we finally cool off. But tropics, again, talking about warm waters and everything, perfect season for these storms to develop. We got a 40% chance of development in the next 7 days in the Gulf. So that's something that meteorologists are watching currently. But back here at home, I think the big two weather days are going to be Wednesday and Thursday. And then we kind of quiet down temperature-wise as well as really precipitation-wise as well. I mean, kind of have to power through these next 3 days with the haziness today, the rain for Wednesday and Thursday, along with the heat as well. But after that, it kind of seems like it's going to be a little bit quieter.
Listen, last weekend, some of the lows waking up, like Sunday, above 70.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll get a break. And it always, I know why they do it, these federal numbers, and we hear it from utilities when they're like, if you want to save money on your bill, especially during summer, try to put your thermostat at 78. And every degree higher, you can save like 3% on your bill. And I'm just like, 70?
Nope.
Like we're 10 degrees off from like the average person,
yeah.
like closer to 70. But it's, and I've got every fan on in every room.
Oh, of course.
Trying to get it going. We're going to be back here in just a moment with a bit more to talk about. Final segment here on this Tuesday, second cup of sunrise, and going to talk about something that I found out with Michaela when we were doing our sunrise show this morning that you like have no idea about. It is just Not in your universe. It's Harry Potter. Okay. And the reason we were talking about Harry Potter, if you saw this, because it's back. So HBO just dropped the first look at Dominic McLaughlin in costume as the boy wizard in the new series on TV coming up based on J.K. Rowling's iconic children's books. The filming has officially started in the UK 14 years after the final installment of the film franchise hit theaters in 2011. The Harry Potter series that'll be coming out will be making its debut sometime in 2027. You've never seen one of these movies?
No.
Not even bits and pieces?
Nope.
Nothing.
And I haven't read the books either.
I haven't read the books. That's not my thing. I did when I go out to Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, back when it was the phenomenon going around. So midnight book launches when they dropped them. And that was for the fourth one, Goblet of Fire. It's like, I don't know, 300 pages, 400 pages. Read that one, but the rest of them, I was like, I'll get the Cliff Notes, watch the movies. I did see them. So what was your thing then, if it wasn't Harry Potter?
I guess it had to be Barbie movies.
Yeah.
There's like a whole collection of them. And believe it or not, I watched a Barbie movie about figure skating, and that's how I got into it.
That's how you got into it?
Yep. Barbie did a triple backflip, and I was like, yep, that's it. I want to do that. So my parents would take me ice skating. I would fall, cry. They would be like, hey, let's go. Immediately stop crying, would whip my head around and be like, no, let's keep doing it. And it was just an hour or two of that cycle.
And you turned out to be pretty good at it, too. So that led you to your sport, your thing. Did you see the new Barbie movie? New, as in when he came out with Oppenheimer. So,
yes, the live action one.
Yeah, with Ryan Gosling and everything. I still haven't seen that one. Have you seen it once?
Just once, yeah.
Just once. And Harry Potter, though, there's on this series coming out, I think I'm fine. They come out with the superheroes, the spin-offs and everything, but I think I've had enough. But yeah, I was shocked to find out. Just not even once. Yeah, nothing. Good for you. People got their own thing. And plus, I even said, like, you can stumble upon finding it streaming somewhere, all these different ones. But I always feel like whenever the movie comes on, I end up in the same spot. It's like the same frame, the same scene as everything else on Keeping Up. Not that I can't name all the characters, but did have it growing up. I will put the Barbie on the list.
Yeah, I mean, you have 2 daughters. You kind of.
I do, and they are all about dolls, and it has to be their one. They're nice about sharing, but it was we ordered one for the oldest, and we ordered them both at the same time, but it was through Amazon. They weren't going to be delivered the same day.
Okay.
And so then we made the mistake of telling one, it was like, hey, your doll's going to be showing up on this day.
Yeah.
And then we said to the youngest, yours is going to show up 2 days later. And what I should have done as a responsible dad is when that first one showed up, hide it. Don't tell anybody. Don't say it arrived and just be like, oh, sorry, it didn't show up, and give it to him at the same time. So instead, what did I do? Like a knucklehead, I showed up and I was like, hey, here's your baby doll. And she opened it, and of course the other one was like, where's mine? And we're like, oh, it's coming 2 days later. It ended up coming 2.5 days later. And it was just like, as soon as it got there, rip it open and share that. So now they have that, and they take care of it, and it's sweet. And they come up with like names for them, like Orangey or one was Innie. I don't know if it had anything to do with the belly button or anything.
Oh, yeah.
But it's fun. Yeah.
That sounds very similar to me and my sister.
I'm getting fully embraced to that. Great job on the podcast. Thanks for being here. So it wasn't just me. People don't want just me for about half an hour. We are going to be on air, coming your way. News 8 at noon. We'll see you on the TV, everybody. And should have James back here.
Yes.
Tomorrow morning at 9. See ya.